Mia San Mia, and welcome everyone from FC Bayern Arabic. Today, a special person. Today, a special Bayern fan. The #1 Bayern fan in the world will join us in a special interview. Welcome, Mr. Buschmann, for joining us in FC Bayern Arabic.
Thank you very much for the invitation, and salam alaikum, everyone. It's a big honor for me to be here, and that only Buschmann, not the Mister, and Buschmann is okay. And thank you very much for #1 fan for me. I'm only a fan, like you, all the Bayern Munich fans in the world, and I really appreciate to be here and to speak to all the friends here. It's absolutely fantastic that the Bayern fans here in Arabic help Bayern Munich to make a lot of success, and you support a team from so far away. That is absolutely fantastic, and thank you very much for this.
No, you're welcome for sure. Let's start our first question. Buschmann, I just want to ask you a question. Buschmann, tell us more about yourself and when you fall in love with Bayern. When you fell in love with Bayern.
That's a long time ago. I said, no, when you come to the earth, you know, it's red and white. You're lying, and the blood get out. It's red and white. So I'm red and white Bayern Munich, and it starts when I see Gerd Müller playing. This was my first hero, and I live in the area of Stuttgart. There was half the Stuttgart is playing, but I was on the pitch only Gerd Müller. This was my real favorite, and I remember Stuttgart get up in the first league. It was the 77-78 season, and my cousin said, "Do you want to go to the game?" I was 12 years. I said, yes. And we go to the game, and it was fantastic. The game was 3-3. Gerd Müller made 2 goals. It was absolutely fantastic. And then it starts getting up to go to the stadium, and first a normal jeans jacket with the patches on it, and then later on in the 80s, you have the coat. And I said, okay, now the jacket is full. Now I take the coat and make the patches on, and so started, and now I'm better, and you see me here.
Sure, that's the best days of Gerd Müller, just going too much before.
Yeah,
so again,
he's very ill at the moment, you know, he's Gerd Müller, so we hope the Parkinson is such and it's not so good. But I saw him couple of times live, and my first time was at the Zevener Straße in Munich training center, and I was off the other side of the street, and Gerd Müller get out, and I bought in the fan shop a patch, I think, and I said Gerd Müller, and I go over the street. Mr. Müller, I need an autograph. I was staying there like it was a fantastic memory with him, and was come be cool guy, be cool. Here's the autograph. It was so fantastic, and it's a really good one.
Since we are talking about the last days and the previous days, I just want to ask you, what are your best and the worst moments with the Bayern? I just start with the best moments and the worst moments.
Yeah, the best moments all the time we win titles for sure, and for me it's 2013. I was in London in Wembley. You play against the German team Dortmund, you know, and was when Robin made the goal. I can tell you, I don't know how many adrenaline was getting out. Was absolutely fantastic. That this win was really huge. Also 2001 in Milano, I was there, or Milan against Valencia was very fantastic, and the heart, you know, when we lost the final, and especially the final in Munich, you know, at home, 2012, you lost against Chelsea. We had a better team, and wow, this was really horrible, and but it's okay, you know, good times, bad times, and only 99 for me was a very, I can explain, you lost the game against Man U, or during the game, post there, other post 4-5-0 normally, okay, but you lost, and then you are the loser. You get out of the stadium, and you have to walk to the bus for 2 hours. For 2 kilometers. Go to the street, goes up, and all the fans from Barcelona, they're living there. They open the windows, take the scarves out, and give us support because you know we are the better team. And this was an absolutely fantastic experience to see that. Unbelievable. So everything has good things, but you know that when you won or you win a title, that is fantastic.
Wow.
And you can see it live in the stadium. That is wow.
Sir, if you know that the Bayern fans in the Arabic countries can't watch the Bundesliga due to the copyright and between Bundesliga and the different channels, Do you think that this problem will be solved soon or no? What do you think?
No, yeah, the problem is the money thing, you know, for the TV, pay TV and all this stuff. And it's really hard. Normally, all the team, all the fans in the world, they have to see the German Bundesliga because it's a big product and there's a lot of money in. So from me, normally everybody has to see German football because at the moment it's the best, you know. Bayern Munich is the champion, 5 times, the best team in the world. So you have to show the world the best football, the league, the best football in the Bundesliga, and all the other teams are struggling. Barcelona, Madrid, Juventus, all the big ones are not so good at the moment. And normally you have to show the world that the Bundesliga is fantastic. But it's not my decision. Other people have to do this. And yeah, when I have contact to people in Cuba, and they said they can watch, but other things they can not buy Bayern Munich stuff in Cuba. I don't know why it's not working. And all there's a couple of things that you have to work on it. And I think the people, they make this job, they're working on it. So I wish you all the best that everybody can watch them Bayern Munich later in the next in the future.
No worries. So another, in your opinion, who was the best player to ever join Bayern? What do you think in your opinion?
That is, this question is wow, it's horrible because for me, when I say the best player, I want to take it in decades, you know, in the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Sure.
Then it's easier to do because normally in the 70s, yeah, Franz Beckenbauer, Gerd Müller, that's the best one. Then you have Lothar Matthäus, Klaus Augenthaler, all these guys, Giovanni Elber, Kahn, you know, Ettenberg, Ribéry, Robben, so many, Bastian Schweinsteiger in the middle field, engineer man, power man, so many players. But when I want to say one, it is because without the goals from Gerd Müller, Bayern Munich was not that Bayern Munich is at the moment, because he was the start that Bayern Munich grows up and is on the level like now.
Yeah.
And so it's Gerd Müller, and then maybe very, very short behind, then Franz Beckenbauer.
Let me do it more shorter. If I want to talk about the last decade, last decade, what do you think? The last decade.
The last decade, yeah, that's for me. It's Bastian Schweinsteiger because I have had a chance to meet him a couple of times, and he's a world star, but he's normal like you and like me, a really normal, smart person. You can speak with him everything, and when you see he was fighting in the final against Argentina with a cut over the eye and blooding, and he did all the time they hit him, but he stand up and come on, and so that is for me in this decade. Bastian Schweinsteiger is for me number one.
And the best coach then, if I want to ask the best coach then.
But,
also the last decade.
The last decade, it's definitely you find it. The art from him to coach the team, to speak with the press, and he has a warm heart, and he's living, I think, 40 miles away from my town where I live, and at the moment I have an option for a person who died, and I sent him a photo and asked for an autograph on a special picture, and that maybe when it's possible, you get something you can send me back, maybe a shirt or okay. And then I gave my envelope back, and I see it's thicker then, and oh, there's something inside, and I open it, and it was a shirt from him, a training shirt with the letters GH. I said, hey, fantastic, and things like that. That's your Pangas. It's a normal guy and a really smart guy, and this was absolutely fantastic. When he was in Munich 4 times, yeah, success all the time, and so for me, your Pangas is number one.
Wow. So since we are talking about these things, do you miss watching matches in the stadium as a live?
Yes, it's really hard. It's really hard.
Do you know? Sorry for I was asking you a question to check this feeling from you, just this face feeling from you.
Yeah, I remember the first game. This game behind closed doors. It was Cologne, Mönchengladbach. It was in the week, and I take it on in 10 minutes, and I said, hey, what's this? And it's like a game during the winter break, a friendly game or something. It was when the first Bayern Munich game, maybe said for me, okay, maybe it's more emotional. Like, yeah, then you have the chance to put stadium atmosphere to the game. I don't know. And now I feel the game when I watch it, but
Sure.
it's not live, you know, and it's all the things before the game, you speak with the people, you met friends and other people there. It's, but yeah, hopefully when the vaccine comes, hopefully next season all the fans can come back to the stadium. Yes, so this season I don't think so, but it is hard, and yeah, as joke, my wife said, "Hey, it's not good. Every Sunday, Saturday, you are at home. That's not good. You have to go. I want this, to have a couple of minutes of one day for me, you know." Was joking, but it's hard. But I'm looking forward for better times, and yeah.
Since we are talking about the fans, and watching the matches live in the stadium, do you think that Bayern performance has dropped down because they miss their fans in the stadium? We all know that there's a drop down. So do you think because of the missing their fans?
A couple of when I read newspapers to say when the stadium gates will open, that the people said, "Oh no, I want to go to the game because it's a long time ago." But I don't understand this. For the real fans, they want to go to this, they want to see their team live, they want to support the team. So I think the first game day, in my opinion, will be fantastic. I think the atmosphere will be like never before. All the people there they give so much support. They will be so happy to go back again to the stadium, and I think this will be the first Bundesliga game will be the best ever in my opinion. I think, and because I saw last weekend National Football League and the Green Bay Packers playing, and there were a couple of people in the stadium, and the quarterback is at an interview. This was so emotional. Normally you play for 80,000 people, only 3,000 I think was in, and he said this was unbelievable to play now for fans. So I think all the sport guys they search for the fans, because soccer without fans is
Sure.
not the same.
Since we are talking also about soccer and the fan, if I want to ask you, in your opinion, who do you like to see playing with Bayern these days? Which player do you like to see him play with Bayern?
For the next season, yeah, we need one for the defense definitely. So Upamecano from Leipzig will be a good one for the defense, because you don't know Alaba what's going on not. Boateng, I hope they give him one more year, one more new contract for 1 more year. And yeah, you see Bayern Munich, Thiago, a player like this, we don't have it at the moment. Kimmich is coming after his illness. It takes a little bit of time, but it's hard to get a player like Thiago. So when you get the chance, but I think it's no chance. Maybe De Bruyne will be a good one for the midfield, but he wants so much money. I think he wants a contract for 25 or 28 million each season. In Corona times, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And maybe 1 or 2 years, or we don't know how long Lewandowski is still playing for Bayern Munich. Haaland from Dortmund.
Ah, that's a good answer.
Is when you see him play 20 years old, wow, it's so confident and so strong guy. It looks like for me that the little Ibrahimovic, when you see him playing with 39 years old in Milan, fantastic. But I think no chance to get Haaland, because maybe next year he had, I think in his contract 75 million to buy him, but I think all the teams from Spain or England, they have more money, so I don't think he want to come to Bayern Munich, but we will see what happens. Yeah.
We are talking about transfer players and this one. So why do you think the media focus more on the Spanish and Premier League more than the Bundesliga? And do you think this is fair?
I think that happens because couple of years ago, because and that is the reason that these teams are bigger, because they have more success in the 90s, and I remember one thing I never will forget. I think it was in Bali, yeah, and I seen only Man United everywhere in this area, and this was a success in the 90s. There were so many in 2007, the Champions League and all this stuff, and now the Bundesliga comes closer to the teams. And there was also one thing. I was in Doha in a sports store, and I'm searching for Bayern Munich stuff, and I see only English teams: Man U, Barcelona, Madrid, and then I go around the corner, and there's Bayern Munich. So we are getting closer, and I think Bayern Munich want to come on number one, but that is the Spanish league. They have the players like Ronaldo and Messi, and everybody wants to see them, so that they watch the Spanish league. But Bayern Munich is really close behind them, and there's also the money thing, that they have the big sponsors. And then when you see that in the Premier League, the baddest team get more TV money than Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. So that is the reason that they are a number 12. They pay. That is the reason. So Bayern Munich cannot do this. But when you see what Bayern Munich make with all the money, and you see the team, and that is absolutely fantastic. With this budget, we're really good at the moment. But we're getting closer. Maybe a couple of years ago, we are on really number one, and Barcelona, Madrid were behind. But it's very, very hard to do this, because Madrid and Barcelona are really good teams.
No. Buschmann, you are well known for all Bayern fans, or for everyone, by your Bayer wear, the Bayer wear you always wear. Why and what does it mean for you?
Yeah, that's my second skin, I think. And yeah, it means a lot for me, because when you see this coat that I have here, you see it's a very, very old one. Take a look here. Look here. Yeah, it's over 40 years old. And I think when I put the patches down, that the coat will fall together, because on the patches. And that's one of the big thing I had, and I'm very, very happy about my mother, because they do this, and I hope I can hold it a couple of years longer. And yeah, I started. It was my thing to go to the stadium with the jeans jacket, then I take the coat. I said, okay, we'll be fine when I have a couple of patches on it. And then I started with the scarves. And yeah, that's my thing, to go to the Bayern Munich games, also with the trousers with patches on it, and
everything.
Yeah, everything. It's really, really cool thing, and I like it to go to the stadium. Other people said, "Look at this guy; he look like a Christmas tree and all this stuff." I said, "Okay, that's your opinion. I feel good when I go to the stadium in this outfit, and I do it for 40 years, and I like it. And yeah, everybody can do what you want, and that's my thing, to go to the stadium and support my team."
So let me now ask you one of our difficult questions on our interview today. If you are not a Bayern fan, which other team would you like to support? I told you it's a difficult question.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I have a lot of friends in Mainz, the Bundesliga team Mainz, and that's my second team in the league. I watch how they play, and it's also like a really, really family. I have a couple of fantastic experience there with the people, with the coach, and this was a good thing. I celebrate my 50th birthday. Bayern play in Mainz, and the game was over, and the manager from he's now the manager again, Christian Heidel. There was is a restaurant, and we're sitting there, and he come, and he gave me a Mainz shirt with number 50 on the back, Buschmann, and autograph from all the team. Hey, that is absolutely fantastic, and it's one of a really fantastic gift. And yeah, so that's my second team. I hope they can hold the league. Looks not so good at the moment, but I hope they now have a new coach. I hope the next 17 games will be better and can stay. When they get a place 15, this will be fine.
Perfect. What comes to your mind when I say Frank Ribery and Arjen Robben?
A smile, a big smile. Really, really fantastic guys. And Ribery, he's a child. Yeah, and he makes so crazy things, driving the Bayern Munich bus and all, or give Ribery a couple of water from the roof to Oliver Kahn over his head and all things. It's absolutely. These are fantastic guys, heroes from Bayern Munich, and I think Ribéry, when his contract finished in Florence, he will come back for a job at Bayern Munich because he's hero, absolutely hero, and Bayern love him. They called him the glass man, because, yeah, I know, but the Doc Mull, he knows what the kind of problems he had, and then he was working fantastic. And you know, all the Arjen Robben move, left, bam, yeah, always the same, but nobody can stop him. This over decades, hey, absolutely fantastic. And he's Mr. Wembley, so fantastic, absolutely heroes from Bayern Munich, legends, definitely.
This was one of our best days as a Bayern fans. Last question for you. What would you like to say to the Bayern fans in the Arabic countries?
Yeah, Bayern Munich fans, shukran for your support from so far away from Bayern Munich, and I hope that Bayern Munich can come to make a tour to Arabic countries that you for friendly games that you have the chance to see them playing, and it's absolutely fantastic. And once again, shukran for the support. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for your great interview. Wish you and Bayern the best luck for next year and the coming days. At the end, dear viewers, Bayern love is not simply a word. It's a way of life for me and for all Bayern fans in the country. Thank you again, and Mia San Mia. Thank you.
Yes, Amir. Thank you.
Thank you. Mia San.
Yes, Amir. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Where's Adnan?
ينصح الخبراء اليابانيين باتخاذ الإجراءات التالية:
سبسكرايب، لايك، كومنت.